Everything sucks. Politics, the economy, climate change, the job market, hookup culture, social media. It all sucks.
At this current point in time, it feels like we're at a critical juncture. Either address these issues and speak up about what is problematic or bothersome, or pretend like everything is fine, when everything is indeed not fine. We are not fine. Stop lying.
To those of you who are listening and are thinking, hey, I have a pretty good life, I'm fine. Look, I'm not asking you to become a Grinch and put you on your pessimism glasses, but things are happening in the world all around you, and it's important to stay informed and engage with these issues that may or may not affect you.
There are ways to do it healthily, so again, we're not promoting doomsday. However, as journalists, we believe that a totally acceptable way to cope with these issues, implying you're engaging with them, is to actually get mad.
Get angry, get upset, let yourself fall into this emotion so you can dive deeper into how you truly feel. And that feeling can be productive for yourself in knowing how to actually start being fine, and also productive to society in how you continue to talk about and move through the world with these issues.
So here's our proposal. Everything sucks, but it doesn't have to suck completely if you have a safe space to be upset about it. It can be productive, practical, and conducive to processing the world around you. And you may even make friends along the way when you realize you are both upset about the same thing. No more toxic positivity, no more fake niceties, no more I'm fine. I call bullshit.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Isabel.
And this is our podcast episode,
Everything Sucks.
For Annenberg Media. To kick this episode off, we're going to listen to some call-ins from our friends and family telling us about what sucks in their lives. And then we're going to react live to what they say. Following that, we'll check in with Instagram. And finally, to top it all off, Isabel and I will end with our own beliefs as to what sucks to us.
I'm dropping out anyways.
No, you're fucking not.
Everybody's dropping out. She's quitting her job. I'm quitting my job. Fuck it. We'll all just do nothing for
And
the
then
next
what?
fucking 10 years.
And then what? What are we...
It is Monday evening, and we're both quite damp as it is, storming in Southern California. How are you holding up?
Doing great.
You're doing great?
No, I'm lying. See, this is where the fakeness comes in. I'm not fine,
That's
okay?
the whole
It is
point.
pouring rain. I came over here and it took me 10 extra minutes because there's no sidewalk to walk on. I soaked my entire foot in a puddle. I made it here though, so it's fine.
I wish I was joking. So my last class ended early, and I literally sprinted over here. And as soon as I got here, I realized I put my backpack down. It was halfway open, and my laptop was in my backpack getting rained on
Shut up.
as I was running here. And I'm using my laptop right now, so thankfully it is all safe. But that was a very scary few seconds.
Oh my God, how traumatic. Yeah, that would have really ruined the day for me.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of ruining our day, let's talk about other people who've had their day ruined by bullshit. So let's check in with our first interview, none other than the great
Melika Huser, who is my aunt on my mom's side, my mom's sister. And we're going to get started on what sucked for her today.
Hi, Isabel. It's Aunt Mel. This is what sucks. I have absolutely had it with everything needing to run through a website, online ordering system, or an app. So I'm doing this business lunch the other day. I call the restaurant and I say, yeah, I need to place a to-go order. I'm picking it up for 8 people. Oh, 8 people, they say. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to use our online website for that. Well, everybody's order, they were all custom ordered. So now I have to go onto their website, which I'm unfamiliar with their website. And then it's like, okay, John in the office wants the sandwich, no onions, add extra tomatoes. He wants a certain kind of chips and he wants a special drink. I have to try and find all of these drop downs and make sure I'm doing it correctly. And it's never like on the website. Like it's never easy, right? Like it's just never easy. So I called the restaurant back and I said, hey, you know what? Here's the deal. It's a business lunch. Can I just place the order, right? Like I've reached a real human. She's capable. Can you just take my order? And she goes, oh no, I'm sorry. If it's over 8, it has to go online. And I said, okay, well, you know what? How about we do this? I'll order 4. You can ring it up as one order. I'll order another 4. You can ring that up as a separate order and I'll just pay. Okay, well, this throws her for an absolute loop. She freezes up. She pauses, and after a long silence, she says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, that would be against policy." And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. All I want to do is get these 8 orders. I'm a paying customer, and she's basically going to deny me all of this. So guess what I ended up having to do? So they have multiple locations. So I have 2 cell phones, a work phone and a personal phone. I end up calling one location with a to-go order for 4 with my work phone. And then I called the same location back again with my personal phone. I gave 2 different names and had to pretend I was 2 different customers in order to get this to-go order. That is bananas. So I just want an America where you want to take my money. I want to just be able to say, can I get this? And you say, sure, I will take your money. We're done. We are done here. It is way too complicated.
I love how she took the prompt. I love the pettiness of your aunt. Because honestly, it's more work for the consumer to have to put their order on an app and figure out how to use it and order it. Why the hell should that be on the consumer? It's the people's restaurant trying to take the order and deliver it, provide best service. Now they're offloading the service to an app?
So stupid. I think that this situation is the epitome of calling bullshit. Oh, it's against company policy. Okay, well, I think it's more convenient. It's easier for the consumer to call in. What is this arbitrary guideline or rule? She said that this happened like a couple days ago and it was still on her mind because it's so annoying.
And while we're on the subject of apps and AIs, what pisses me off is calling a company and then getting an AI service rep.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's the most infuriating thing ever. I mean, especially to book a doctor appointment or anything to do with like a credit card information. It's just like, say yes or no, or press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I swear to God, I've gone on a rabbit hole of 20 minutes of clicking different numbers. I'm like, how many different routes am I taking this call? I finally get to someone and they're like, oh, wrong number.
They're like, oh, but no, we got to transfer you to this department. And then that department's like, oh, wait, actually, no, it's this department. So justice for your aunt. While we're on the subject of justice, let's bring it over to my stepmom. She definitely had some words to say, and let's hear it.
Hey, Dill, it's Mom. Hey, you know what really sucks? I have all this food I wanted to take to the food bank, but they're only open 9 to noon, and I can't take it over because I'm working. And it sucks that I even have to take food to the food bank because our government won't open up the benefits for people who need support. Why don't they understand that average working people can't afford the groceries? It's too expensive. Everything is expensive right now. The tariffs have caused everything to go up. It's affecting the housing market. We have more people homeless. I drive by and see people homeless on the streets on my way to work. Nobody wants to live like that. It's awful. It's heart-wrenching. I go to the grocery store. Everything's too expensive. I wanted to get some brie cheese to snack on the weekend while I watch the game. And I'm looking at some brie cheese. I turn over the price. My $9 brie cheese, because of the import tax, has turned into $24. I can't afford that. Nobody can afford that. And our stupid government, they keep trying to sell us on the fact that they're making things more affordable. I'm sorry. Making a mortgage from 30 years to 50 years does not make it more affordable. That makes people pay twice the amount of interest over 50 years rather than a 30-year mortgage. We need some better government. We need some better presidents in here. All right, Dill, rant off. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys are doing well. Love you. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Let me just start off by saying, as a fellow brie cheese lover, I agree with every single point she made.
Yeah, the one thing I got from that is Americans need their cheese, and it can't be $24.
Exactly.
I mean, let's check in with Wisconsin. I mean, they have the cheese capital of the world, right? I mean, they got to be excruciating pain right now. But on the topic of 30-year to 50-year mortgage, I mean, that was the solution. They said, hey, guys, housing market be damned, 50 years.
We're about to enter the real world and pay rent and have a mortgage or all of that. Like, that's just terrifying. Going back to her initial intro about the food bank, I think it just speaks volumes. I mean, ground zero, you see it every single day from the people who are unhoused to the individuals who aren't getting the meals that they need every day. Like, you can really zoom out and be like, oh, tariffs and mortgages and all of that. But it comes down to what you see on the street. It comes down to these everyday interactions you have with people. It comes down to these conversations like this one where you're complaining, and it's valid complaints. I think it actually takes stepping outside and seeing it and looking at that damn price of the brie.
Damn price of the brie.
So this is what happens when we're struggling as an economy and places start to shut down. My uncle, Jason Huser, he's a beer drinker. He loves beer culture, and it's something that he grew up with. And
Hell yeah.
he's a connoisseur. So anyways,
Oof.
let's dive into what my uncle has to say about beer.
Isabel, breweries are closing and brewery culture is in decline. It sucks. It's terrible. Breweries have contributed so much to social time for people. They're big places. You have lots of room. They're not cramped like some of the bars we go to. They're big because they have to have room for all the brewing equipment. So there's lots of room for people to walk around. You can have kids running around. You can have dogs. They're great places to hang out. And every small town, or not every small town, but any proper town has its own brewery. You know, in Eastern Oregon, rural California, you'll find these breweries out there, and it's in decline. And breweries are shutting down. The iconic Rogue Brewery in Newport, Oregon, just shut its doors yesterday. It's sad times.
Well, I feel so bad for your Uncle Jason.
Me too. It was kind of a place of belonging and community, and beer culture is not just drinking beer, right? It's what he said. It's about uniting family and getting together with people, having this element of nostalgia, feeling good, and just having a good time.
I think it's really important. I mean, like he said, having these spaces to really connect. I love breweries for trivia night. I'll always go for trivia night.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
events like that. But is that like a testament to Gen Z not drinking as much, or just consumers not spending their money as much?
Oh, I think it's both. I worked at a PR firm in the wine industry this past summer, but I got a little exposure to beer and cider industry as well. And yeah, Gen Z is not drinking as much as previous generations. And then there's also us not wanting to spend as much money. And one, the economy. But two, it's because we just have a different value system when it comes to drinking. For us, it needs to be associated with an experience. It needs to have some social influence, some sense of community. In terms of our flavor profiles, like, we're attracted to things that are like bold and different. That's why we drink seltzers. That's why we have these new and innovative products. We're always like, what's new, what's fresh, what's healthy. So I think you're right in saying a trivia night would attract us, or having some other element to drive us to those breweries. But also, just seeing a brewery is more than beer. It's a place to have a good time.
I got no transition for this one. My cousin, colorful character, is having some relationship issues. Destin, let's check in with you, buddy.
Hey, Bill, it's your boy Jazz. I'm just calling to tell you right now, this shit's fucking ass out here, dude. I worked the other day, and this bitch gonna text me. She had to give the dog back to her uncle because it's too much for her to watch while I'm at work. So I come home, I ain't got no fucking dog. The bitch already been cheated on me. I'm already paying all the rent. And by the way, dude, like, she cheated on me months ago. I moved states to be over here. I came from Northern California, drove 16 hours on my shit to Arizona to be here, cheated on 2 months in. She's crazy for no reason. Why? Because I work too much and I go to school. Audacity of that bitch. And to top it all off, I pay all the rent in this motherfucking house. She don't pay a single bill of rent because she ain't got no motherfucking job. She's sitting here all day doing nothing, talking about I can't watch the damn dog. Like, are you being for real right now? Get back to me when you get a chance, brother. Peace.
Wow. Well, first off, Destin, that sucks. So just to dissect that for viewers at home, Destin has a girlfriend, and like he said, he moves states to be with her. And, you know, he wanted some sort of companionship as well. So they got a dog from one of her family members. And this is literally as of like 4 days ago.
Holy shit.
She gave his dog back while he was at work.
Oh my God.
He's had this dog since he was a puppy, and it's been 6 months now. So it's still a 6-month-old puppy, but all that dog knows is my cousin Destin. But what's your take on that?
That was just a lot to take in. I mean, starting off with the opening with not having a dog, being cheated on, paying the rent. It just kept going.
It sounds like she's scamming you, bro.
Oof.
Honest.
Oh my God. It's like,
She got your ass.
I feel for you to be working hard, going to school, paying all the rent. Seems like a lot of responsibility and a lot that you're taking on, and then just dog's gone.
I wouldn't even know what to do in that.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
I'm sorry, Des.
I'm so sorry for you. I'm here for you.
Yeah, I think we can give that the suck of the week. That's probably the suckiest.
I think that's the winner, actually.
Winner. I think I haven't heard of something suckier all week.
Oof, yeah.
I worked 10 hours! All I want is Wingstop!
That's a little excessive. That's a little excessive.
Moving on to our next segment, we wanted to ask the average consumer what sucks. So we took to Instagram and polled our followers to see what's on their mind.
I sent the story to as many of my friends and family members as possible, and the engagement was insane and went above and beyond our expectations. We got about 60 responses.
Yeah, I really was expecting people to be like just not having it and not giving me their point of view. But clearly America has some stuff on their minds. Let's get into it.
Just reading through these right now is pretty hilarious.
Okay, well, I see one on here, men with fanny packs.
Oh my.
Do you have a take about men with fanny packs?
Okay, I mean, I wish I knew more because I think stylistically, from a fashion standpoint, I don't stand by it.
Are we talking like the cross shoulder fanny pack?
that-
Are we talking real?
Like real fanny pack? Okay, no, here's the thing. They have a fanny pack and there's different ways to wear it. If you have it like in the front, like whatever, like I think it's pretty practical.
Yeah.
It's basically a man purse. I think more men need a purse.
Yep.
Stop putting all my things in my purse. I have to carry more things. Like, please, don't give me your wallet, your keys, your whole life story. Like, I'm done. But yeah, I mean, if it's like across your shoulder, I don't know. It's kind of, for me, that feels a little outdated. You know what? I think men should just fully have purses.
Normalize men purses because fanny packs suck.
There's one that I'm seeing here, and it's a big one, but I think there's a lot of ways we can take this. It's dating in 2025.
We have very different point of views of this.
We do. At this point, I think a lot of people can agree that people are struggling to find love. There's a loneliness epidemic. I think that the girls are feeling like there's no men out there. And then the men are like, there's no girls out there. I think it goes both ways. I think there's a lot to be said. I know people in very happy relationships, and I know people that are honestly the best people on earth. It's like, what's happening? And then I know the people I'm like, okay, you should definitely not be in a relationship. Nothing really makes sense right now, and that's why I think it's terrifying. In the 80s, like my parents and through the movies, you kind of have a certain way of going about things. No, there's no rule book anymore.
No.
It's out the window.
I think Tinder ruined the whole thing.
Oh, it did.
With like hookup culture and all that. I mean, there was a formula. There would be meet cutes and all that stuff, and now it's just like, down to fuck.
I think right now, with everything going on in the world, the fact that everything sucks, people are really just looking for connection. I just really just want people to start being a little vulnerable again. And
vulnerability, yeah.
My God, yeah, to have a little like confidence, wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit. I don't know. I think, is that so radical?
No, it's not. What's so funny is that we have all of these devices to help us communicate, yet communication has only gotten worse as we grow as a society.
Yeah, and there is something on that point is, I think there's actually too much communication, but not quality communication. We have quantity, not quality, because look, we have access to each other 24/7. If you use Snapchat, you're sending a picture back and forth every second of every day. And then you're training your brain to get that dopamine rush when someone snaps you back. If you're on Instagram, you're seeing their stories, their posts every single day. If you're texting, you can be texting nonstop, but it's just, you don't have time to miss someone. We have a lot of access, but not quality access.
Someone put on here having to pay for parking passes at school.
Ooh.
And yeah, if you're a student or faculty at USC, you don't get free parking. And that's like the biggest rude awakening that I've found. Like, you work at this school and you don't get free parking.
Yeah.
You have to like dock some of your paycheck just to go to parking.
2 of my professors last week brought this up, and it's in different departments. So it's clearly an issue. It's clearly a problem. I think it's a lot of freaking money, especially for professors who only come here once a week.
How are you not going to have housing for all of your students. So that means students have to commute to campus, and then you're going to double down and make them pay for parking on top of a 100 grand bill.
Someone said that the Oregon Ducks suck. I'm from Oregon, y'all.
Oh.
You shouldn't have said that. I'm literally going to the game on Saturday.
Whoa, what?
And it's USC versus Oregon, and guess who I'm rooting for?
You're rooting for Oregon.
Of course I
That
am.
sucks.
I've been a Duck since I was a kid. I'm not even into football, but I'm into Oregon Duck football.
As someone who has a red and yellow room back home, who watched USC get humiliated by Oregon for the past decade, we don't even play you guys that often, and whenever we do, we just get fucked. And it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck to suck, doesn't it?
It does suck to suck. People that completely break when taking a turn. Like, you know, the light is green and they have to take a turn. Totally, by all means, take your turn. But they have to come to a full complete stop before taking a right turn. Oh my God. I need to go. I'm going 35 miles per hour. I'm not going to completely brake just so your ass can take a right.
I think that actually really speaks to like California drivers actually, because you're not supposed to fully brake, but you gotta slow down a little bit, like just to make sure that no one's there. But there's the California stops. I think that there's some that's a little bit of like culturally different approaches to driving.
There. I probably should have more caution when I drive. I ran a red light the other day without even noticing, and that sucks for the other people that I could have hit, but nobody was hurt. So.
And there used to be roaches in the cereal.
Roaches in the cereal?
And when we stayed in them apartments, and she never...
We've been talking a lot about other people. Now it's time to turn the tables and ask each other what sucks. Dylan, you're in the hot seat, and I'm pretty competitive, so watch out.
I had some things written down. Being perceived was one of them. Because I hate being perceived. Like, you walk into a room, you walk into a classroom, and I get it. People aren't really looking at you, or I try to tell myself they're not looking at me. But, like, just knowing that people are making inferences about your background, like where you just came from. Why are you sopping wet? Because it was raining. But like, you know, like stuff like that. It's like completely out of my control. And like, you know, part of that is just me trying to deal with that and, you know, not trying to get that to affect me. But being perceived sucks. Because you have no control.
It does. Oh, it does. And I mean, I've been working on it for a really long time. Like, I was the biggest introvert, and I still am. I think I'm more ambiverted now. But yeah, I mean, I think it's bullshit when people say, oh, don't worry, they're only thinking about themselves.
That's a lie. I always judge the fuck out of people. So if I'm judging them, I already know they're judging me.
Yeah, exactly. And the people who aren't, I think they're just ignorance is bliss type vibe. Mine's a little more personal. Okay, so here's the thing. I am severely allergic to tree nuts. I have anaphylaxis, which means I need an EpiPen. If you don't know what that is, that's like a little shot with epinephrine that you put into your thigh. I literally can die from eating a nut, okay? So it's a pretty big deal. And I know the jokes. I know there's so many different things you can say. It's literally like survival of the fittest, like Charles Darwin, like what the hell is with my genetics that like a freaking cashew can take me out. But here's the thing. Throw back to elementary school, there was a nut-free table.
No, they banished you to the nut-free table.
So let me just say I've gone through it from like the early bits of my childhood of just being like separated and just being ostracized and being labeled as the like nut-free girl. But anyways, my point is, when I go to a restaurant and I'm ordering food and I say, I have a nut allergy, does this have nuts? And they go, okay, no, I don't think so. I think you're fine. Okay, I'm going to need you to double check on that. Yeah. I'm going to need you to ask the chef. I'm going to need you to look up the ingredients, you know, all of that, okay?
Your livelihood is in the hands of a minimum wage.
Yeah.
No disrespect to them.
No disrespect. Yeah, I just think being taken seriously and people say like, oh, it's not real. Okay, give me a nut right now and then inject that. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to end my, you know, what sucks to me is the amount of hate that Benson Boone is receiving. I think it's completely uncalled for. And I think he has a decent to good voice. If you've heard any of his covers, he has a good voice. And hey, I do like a little mystical magical, you know? I think it's completely overhated, like Nickelback. Oh my God, I love Nickelback. And I hate that people like, oh, Nickelback sucks. It became a meme to shit on these musicians who are pouring their heart out on these albums. And I think it's really unfortunate that it's became a trend to shit on these people and their music.
Huh.
You don't like Benson Boone. No.
Oh, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I don't not like Benson Boone, but you like Moonbeam ice cream?
I do. I do like Moonbeam ice cream, and I'm standing on that because I turn it on sometimes. I rarely turn it on, but like whenever it's on, I'm never mad.
Yeah, I mean,
It puts me in a little kind of mood.
no, I think he does have an amazing voice. You can't deny that. And I think that a lot of he's great stage presence. I love his outfits. Like
Flips.
the backflips. I mean, what can that dude not do? I think what people take issue with is
Right. I mean, right.
it is right. I mean, it's a little bit commercialized. It's a little bit like, you know your audience, it works. I agree with like not actually shitting on the person. Like he's an artist and he's well known for a reason. No, I'm not on the Benson Boone hate train, but I think it's more of like the type of music listener I am too. I'm such lyric focused. So
You don't like taking off your blue jeans, dancing at the movies? It doesn't.
I mean, no, it's
Meh.
cute. It's cute. I think you are valid in your take.
Thank you.
This is my ending. Everything sucks. That actually relates to music. It's Taylor Swift's new album.
Oh, I'm glad you went that way.
I think it sucks. And I'm a Swiftie.
Whoa.
So it was a big thing for me. I was talking to my English teacher about this. My English teacher. She said, and I quote, "The lyrics are just dumb." And they are. They are just dumb.
What did she say? She said, "Forgive me if it sounds cocky. He amatized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs."
Like what? Like what?
Same girl that made Love Story.
And honestly, what pisses me off too is people hate Taylor Swift just to hate. Like, give a reason.
Yeah.
Like either
Like she's just like Benson Boone.
yeah, and that's why it kind of resonates.
God damn this fucking hellhole. I hate this fucking house. I hate everything about this fucking place. I despise this fucking house, man.
Well, we've heard a lot from people, from our family members, from our friends, from social media, and you even heard from Dylan and I about what sucks. And I think clearly a lot of people have a lot of things that sucks in their lives. And I think it's really important to talk about it. People should be allowed to complain about anything and everything because that's when you realize, yeah, wait, I also think that sucks. Like Dylan and I had a lot of overlap. And I think we were able to come to some conclusions and actually dive deeper into how we feel about something because we had the space to do so.
Especially with social media just spewing, toxic positivity about, oh, day in the life of this. Like there's no way your day was like that and I'm here stuck in traffic. There's so much toxic positivity on the internet. Let's tone it back. Let's peel back the covers and see what's truly sucking in our lives and let's talk about it.
Yeah, everything sucks.
Everything sucks.